Alright, what's up guys? Legend here, and today let's do a short film for EX Nail. Now, I do apologize for not uploading in the past few days. Unfortunately, I came down with a sickness, but I do feel well enough to get back into the swing of things, so I would say expect some short films until I feel 100% to do full showcases. So, for EX Nail, back in the day, this guy here was really fun to use, and dare I say, he was on par with EX Evilboot. And now that they're giving out EX Zenkais, this guy here is probably on my list, at least in my top 5 to get a Zenkai, because he's just so fun to use, and we will never see another Nail character in Legends for a long time, unless, and this is a big unless they ever want to go back down that road to finishing off a few characters they may have missed from the Frieza Saga arc. And if we do, I feel like Zenkai and this guy will be a good indicator that they could do that. So, stats wise, at 14 stars, it's pretty good, not that bad. You can tell that he's aged a little bit, but I still think he's able to compete because of one of his passives. So back in the day, like I said, this guy here was phenomenal. His blue card felt like it dealt massive damage instead of impact damage. His green card, not only did it heal, it also supplied some more damage, and it gave your allies the ability to gradually restore health, which is pretty good. Main ability, drawed another blue card, restored ki by 50, reduced damage received by 20% for about 60 timer counts, pretty good. And that next blue card was dealing extra 50% damage inflicted, which is pretty good. First passive, not gonna lie to you, I was not that big of a fan of it, but then again, that plus 35 to blast damage could, and he's also unaffected by any attribute conditions, abnormal conditions, excuse me, so that's pretty good too. But his second passive, like I said, is what I liked about him the most. He was able to stack damage kind of like Ray Gogeta. And just thinking about it, if he got a Zenkai, I guarantee you he will probably be a really hard-hitting EX unit. And we do have some of those, but I feel like a guy like him with this passive and a Zenkai and the correct kit revolving around that could honestly amplify that to a good proportional amount, if that makes sense. So here's the team. It's basically going to be him with 2 Zenkai buffs. If do or die may not work, Namek Saga team. Yeah, I know it made no sense, but just bear with me now. But overall, I think this setup here will work. And again, it's a short film, so it's going to be like a 2-fight video, and I'm going to show them all best that I can. And I do apologize for the very long intro. I'll probably put a ticker in somewhere so you can just skip to the action. But let's just see how well this guy will do with 2 Zenkai buffs, a potential death buff if I can get it off successfully, and let's just see what he can do. So after all that, this guy here is still pretty good. He's aged, unfortunately, which is why I want him to get a Zenkai. Because to me, ever since they introduced EX Zenkais, I've been really going into my box and just on a day-to-day basis, just scrolling up and down, seeing who could get a Zenkai. That will be really good. And I feel like EX Nail will be just like EX Iwabu if he got a Zenkai. Because Boo really didn't need much. He kind of needed a little bit, but he didn't really need much, personally. But for Nail, he's one of those units that I feel like doesn't need much. Because for a unit like him that is able to stack damage per arts card used, I'm telling you, all he would need, in my opinion, is maybe card draw speed and maybe some type of damage inflicted that can't be cancelled. At best, I would say maybe around 40 or 50. Because again, if he's able to stack damage per strike and blast arts, you don't really need it to be above 60. So that's why I feel like maybe around 40 to 50. And if a certain amount of time passes by, give him card draw speed that can't be cancelled. So overall, I think he will be a really solid and fun Zenkai unit to use if he ever got one. And again, ever since they opened the door for them to get Zenkais, it shouldn't be a every now and then occurrence. I think that they should be pushed out more frequently, at least for like, give us one this month, skip next month, give us one the very following month. Like, do something to where we don't have to wait whenever they feel like it. Because again, it's a free 1000 CC. I mean, who don't want the free CC? And it's a potential placeholder for one of your favorite tags. That's how I see it now. And for this guy here, Regen needs a buff. Why not give him as a placeholder? Because we do not have a Regen Zenkai buffer just yet. We don't have one. We have a Regen Zenkai unit, but he buffs powerful opponent, and that's the purple Janemba. So that's not good enough. If you want to buff that tag in particularly, give them a purple unit that can actually buff that tag. And why not give it to him as a slight placeholder until something else comes out? That's just me personally. But overall, like I said, fun unit. I hope he gets one this year. By God, don't be next year, because I can't wait that long. I'm sorry, I can't wait that long. And I ain't gonna wait that long. But overall, fun unit. Really good revisit. Like, it's just like a blast in the past for me personally. And yeah, I don't know what to say. So yeah, till next time, peace.